Hello, today is January the 7th. It is Monday, and the reading for today is from Genesis chapter 4. These first books of the Bible are intent, I believe, to give us the big picture of how God views relationship with us, why we are here, how we are to respond to Him. And I think these passages, especially all of them before chapter 12, are there to tell us why salvation action was necessary from God and what the conditions of our connection with Him are and what our responses ideally could have, should have been. The verses I picked out of chapter 4, which is the story of Cain killing Abel and then what follows from there, are verses 6 and 7. And they are really important and impactful to me because in these verses, it seems to me God makes a clear, I guess the word would say, differentiation between sin, that is just part of my normal human failings because I'm human, and sin in the deliberate, intentional, reflective choice to disobey God. So, in the story, Cain and Abel, the two sons of Adam and Eve, both offer sacrifices to God. The sacrifice from Cain is not acceptable to God, whereas Abel's is acceptable. Now, the Bible scholars do not know why Cain's was not and Abel's was. But really, that's not the point of the story at all. If we get focused on that, we miss the point. The point is about this sin choice. And when you take chapter 4 and combine it with chapter 3, which is about the fall, you get a very clear understanding that this deliberate choice to disobey God, when He has been really clear about what He wants us to think or how He wants us to act or how He wants us to treat people, when we do that, that is the core of the human failing in a relationship with God and with each other. The verses that I picked say this: "The Lord said to Cain, 'Why are you angry? And why do you look so resentful? If you do the right thing, won't you be accepted? But if you don't do the right thing, sin will be waiting at the door, ready to strike. It will entice you, but you must rule over it.'" See, the amazing thing is, Cain's sacrifice was not acceptable to God, but he still hadn't sinned in this definition. He was angry about being rejected. He was resentful about that change in relationship with God, but he still had not sinned. He was thinking about what he was going to do about it. And what he ended up doing about it was, according to the story, inviting his brother into the wilderness or away from the home and killing him. A deliberate choice to disobey God, and that is the sin. In Genesis 3, if you remember the story, the serpent says to Eve, "Oh, look at the fruit. You won't die when you eat it. God lied to you when He said that." And Eve, in a deliberate, reflective action, chooses to eat the forbidden fruit. I take it from this that there are sins in my life which God, in a sense, I don't know about accepts, but is gracious toward because I'm a human being and not perfect yet. But those deliberate, reflective actions where I know what God wants me to do and I do something else, whether it's doing something wrong when I know I shouldn't, or whether it's avoiding doing something that represents Him well when I know that I should. These are the sins which caused the need for Jesus to come to die for me. I want to keep that in mind. That difference is huge. And so I want to grow my life in a way that I'm both grateful for all the mercy God gives to me when I deliberately choose wrong, and to change how I think about those moments and remember this is the critical time. I hope you have a really great week as we begin this new year. First full week of the new year. I hope things are starting out great for you.